Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've been seeing on social media quite a bit from people saying I don't know how I'm ever going to be able to buy a house. Real estate prices have gone up substantially the last, I don't know, say 10 years or so. And I've seen a lot of people talking about how there's no way they'd ever be able to afford a house. Minimum wage is too low, things like that. So I'm going to help y'all out. Maybe even those of you guys not looking for a house, I'm going to show you guys some easy ways to save some money and grow your wealth or buy a house, whatever it is that you want to do. So before I get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If this is like your first time here. I traditionally do resale and stuff, but I'm doing a little bit different video. But even that, I can show you guys how to make some money. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. All right. So I'm going to kind of go off my own spending habits here to try to give you guys a little bit of like examples of how to cut some costs if you're looking to grow your business, grow a side hustle, buy a house, buy a car, grow your wealth, whatever it is that you're trying to do. So the first thing that I spend my money on every day is I buy an energy drink. I spend $2 every day on a Rockstar energy drink. So if you're not too addicted, because I've cut it out a few times and always end up coming back to it. So I'm just going to put a soda here. And you spend $2 a day times 365 days a year. That's $730 a year I spend on Rockstar energy drinks. That's quite a bit of money. You can put it in the stock market like most Vanguard ETFs get like 8-10% growth. Some do, on average. So if I wanted to, I could invest that. And it's not a whole bunch of money, getting like 8% of that, but it adds up. And then the next year would add up. You know what I mean? So it would compound on that. Say you use Netflix. I don't use Netflix personally. So let's go with Hulu. I spend $10 a month on Hulu. So that's again another 500, or I mean, not 500, that's another $120 a year I spend on Hulu. I have Peacock. I like watching wrestling with my kids. It's something that we all sit down. We watch the wrestling pay-per-views, and sometimes we watch the regular shows. That's another $120 a year I spend. So that's all I really watch on Hulu and Peacock. I don't watch much TV. I spend $240 a year to watch, for 16 hours of wrestling a month and a pay-per-view on Peacock, which is, another 5 hours. I get about 25 hours of entertainment off my $20. And I'm actually going to cut that once we get into after WrestleMania. I'm going to cut that. Let's say you have, Amazon Prime is going up to $15 a month. I'm debating whether or not I should cut it or not. I'm going to look and see if I can save money on polybags, maybe getting them from eBay or something like that and cut that $15. I haven't decided yet, so I'm not going to take that off. I have Disney Plus. I'm not looking to cut this because my kids watch it, but that's another $120 a year. $120 a year I spend on Disney Plus. What other? I have HBO Max. I'm going to cut that next month. I have a deal, like a promo going with them, but that's another $8 a month I spend. It's usually 15, but I'll just go with that $8 a month. What is that? $96 a year I spend on, if I go at that same rate, HBO Max. If you go to the movies, like say once a month, I love going to the movies. It's one of my favorite things to go do, but I've cut that out. That's another $10-$20 a month if you do that once a month. So like entertainment, $20, that's another $240 a year you could spend if you were to just stop going to the movies. And, because you can watch YouTube, you can read books, you can do all kinds of different stuff. And, because right here, I'm spending 360, 460, $700 a year on entertainment. That's just basically to sit on my butt. You know what I mean. And I can do much better things with my time, like learn a trade. Like work on my YouTube channel, start another YouTube channel, create ebooks. I can go make money just driving for I don't know, any Uber or whatever you want. I can spend my time doing better things than watching TV. But just these things here, I've saved over $1,000 if I was just to cut these out. And that's nothing that I would really miss. I don't usually even watch any of this besides Disney Plus. That's the only thing that really gets used that much. Then, like people like having new cars, young people like having new cars. I personally say don't get a new car. Spend like $2,000, $3,000 on a car to get you around town, unless you need it for work or something. But you can get around on a $2,000, $3,000 car. Like my 21-year-old son, he went and got himself a Prius Prime, and he's working at Subway, and he's broke all the time. And it's no wonder why you're broke, because you got a $400-$500 a month car payment, your insurance $700-$800, or not $700-$800, probably $300 a month. He's spending probably anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a month on his car, and that's just ridiculous. But if you were even to go get like a Camry, brand new off the lot, or go to Toyota and get a used Camry, you're looking $300 a month for a car. You should try to pay off the one you have now and just run it until it dies and get new vehicles. Because if you were not to get a car, that would save you, if you go $300 a month times 12, that's $3,600 a year. And then insurance is going to be an extra, say, $100 a month, roughly, your age. There's other factors. So I'm just kind of giving rough estimates here, being a little cautious on what everything costs. So, if you just were to do these things here, so 3,600, another, well, that'd be 1,200 actually here, because it's like $100 a month. Then we add in the 240 to go to the movies, 960, another, 360, then another $730 for soda. We've already figured out how to save $6,226, roughly. Then if you go out to eat, say you go get McDonald's once a month, or once a week, excuse me, once a week. So if you go fast food, just type there. If you eat fast food like once a week, like last year, I spent $1,100 on fast food when I was out shopping for my store. So I'm eating less fast food, and that puts more money that I could purchase more product with. But fast food once a week, if you're looking at $10 extra value meal or for your lunch, it's more than that here. If I go to Carl's Jr. and get an extra value meal, it's like $12. And that's Hardee's for those of you on the East Coast. So that's saved $520 a year just on fast food if you eat it once a week. And that's for one person. If you're buying fast food for your kids, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever the case may be for your situation, this number goes up substantially. So now we're looking at $6,750 roughly. You can invest that and grow your wealth that way. You can put it in a savings account where it might be safer. Your wealth won't grow at all that way, and it won't really help you buy a house or whatever it is that you're looking to do with your money. But it will be safe because the stock market does go up and down. There is risk in that. But if you're looking to put $25,000 down on a house, you could do it in about 4 years. 4 years, you got $27,000. And, most of us, there are some people that will take public transportation, and, this here doesn't matter. But most people, I'm willing to bet, the vast majority of Americans anyways, do partake in 3 or 4 streaming services, go out to eat or go to the movies. I'm sure that everything else is pretty accurate. Getting sodas, I don't know anybody that doesn't drink a soda every day, or get the convenient ones if you're checking out at Walmart. So this might not affect you too much, but all of this, if you were to cut out all of this, most people could cut that. and you're still looking at a few years of making money, and then people that work even part-time job are not full, I mean, minimum wage jobs, excuse me. Say you're a cashier at Walmart and, you cut these expenses here, you're like, okay, well, I'm still going to struggle to buy my first house, because a lot of places are like 300,000. Where I live in Bakersfield, I got myself it's a 4 bedroom, 1,600 square feet for 270. But if you go to like Tampa Bay, Florida, they've got condos for $120,000. A down payment like this, or even like half, you could probably pull it off, even making them, you know, a little bit more than minimum wage because I'm not sure what the wages are there in Tampa Bay. But we can look right here. Let me pull that. Tampa Bay is a nice place to live. The city, I believe, isn't um, like too bad off. You're close to the beach. You know, so you would have to relocate, but you do have to decide. Is it, do you want to buy a house or are you happy with your current situation? There are, you have to kind of decide for yourself what you're wanting to do. So let me see. Here we go. Price. Let's go 100,000 to 150,000. Done. So here you go. Here's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath condo. Here, 1,140 square foot, 2 beds, 3 bathrooms. I mean, they're going to be fixer homes, but most people's first homes are going to be. The first house I bought was, when it was almost to the bottom after, housing prices tanked, 15 years ago, whatever it was. My house was 122,000. They ripped up the carpets. It was a foreclosure. They destroyed the place. They took all the appliances but the dishwasher, and that's because they couldn't take it out. There were holes on all the walls. They tore out a lot of the carpet. We had like a decorative beam, and they destroyed that. And there was all kinds of work that had to be done. But I got my house. It cost me 122,500, and then when the housing prices went up, I sold it for about $180,000, and it was like 7 or 8 years. You do need to buy these starter homes in a lot of cases to move out or to get started. That's just kind of the way it is. See, here's a 3 bedroom, 1 bath. It's really small, though, 630 square feet. But if you're on a one-person income and you're the only one there, you could buy these houses here and move in them and deal with it, and grow. You can rent it out after a year if you get a raise or whatever it is, and then you can buy a bigger house. Learn a trade or get a side hustle like get Uber, YouTube. People make money like TikTok. I don't know how to use TikTok, but these are things that people do. I resell stuff on Amazon, and that's my full-time job. And I started selling video games, and now I'm making $70,000-$80,000 a year just selling stuff on Amazon. 2020 I made $90,000, like $96,000, I think it was. So you can make money doing many other things, and to reach your goal of buying a house. So I just wanted to make this video, give people an idea of how to kind of budget, maybe ways to save some money, give some advice on things that I should do or have done in the past to get where I am now. Because I bought my home on one salary. Supporting my wife and our combined 7 kids. Just selling stuff on Amazon because she's in nursing school. She doesn't make an income, so everything I'm paying for everything off just my salary. And I was able to buy a house because I did a lot of these things here. So I just wanted to help people out. And, this is kind of something I've been seeing on social media quite a bit. And I just really want to help people out. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.